Customers bring cars into us every day because they're making noises. Now, not the customers, we're talking about their cars. Now, it's important when you bring your car in for a noise to do a little homework ahead of time. That's going to save the mechanic some time, which will probably save you some money. First of all, think about what the noise sounds like. Is it a squeaking noise that goes eeeeeeeeee? Or is it a grinding noise that goes grrrrrrrrrr? And don't be afraid to go ahead and tell the mechanic what the noise sounds like. Even though you might be embarrassed telling him what the noise sounds like, hey, I just did it and I'm on television. Here are a few parts that you might hear making noise even when you're sitting still. Things such as a serpentine belt can squeal as the engine's running, along with other parts such as the alternator, power steering pump, or one of the pulleys for the belt. Heat shields that are on your exhaust can also make a horrible rattling noise, especially when you just start to accelerate. Noises that you hear as you're driving down the road can be hard to duplicate in the shop, so it's important to give your mechanic as much information as you can when you bring the car in for repairs. Is the noise coming from the front or rear of the car? Do you hear it when you're going over bumps, or when you apply the brakes? Or maybe it's when you're turning in a certain direction. Giving the mechanic some hints will help him duplicate the noise during the test drive. Then he can correctly diagnose the problem and get rid of that annoying noise. Here are a couple of tools that the mechanics use once your car is in the shop to try to pinpoint where the noise is coming from. This is a new tool that we use, and it's a receiver that you actually carry around inside the car when you're on the test drive. Then there's different transmitters that you can take and place on different parts of the car where you think the noise is coming from. Then we can switch between the different transmitters to narrow down and pinpoint where the problem's coming from. We also use what's called a mechanic's stethoscope. It works just like what the doctors use, and it works really good in the crowded engine compartments when you're trying to track down a noise. You can put it on a part like the alternator or the power steering pump to figure out where that noise is coming from. Wait a second. I think I hear a heartbeat. For Channel 6 News, I'm Jim Champion, the Auto Guy.